So, I want to point something out here about this sanctum. This sanctum is right on the dead scar. Yeah.
The eternal sun guides us.
It's so nice of my old mentor to check on me. It's too bad that she lost faith in my research long ago. Don't waste your time trying to get me to return to her. You can either help me with my research or leave. This was a fully functional arcane sanctum before Arthas and his army of Scourge decided to plow through it on their way to Silvermoon. Now it's as useful to us as any part of the dead scar. The soil is tainted, undead are drawn to it, and the energy in the ley lines is completely disrupted. What I want to know, Papaneeks, is whether this taint is reversible or not. I want you to collect soil samples from this area so I can study them. Perhaps with time, we can set things back to normal.
We will have justice.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about the taint of the Scourge here. Yeah, I'm sure having tainted soil from the Scourge could be reversed probably just as much as the Serenite in Wrath. Wait. I mean, look, I admire the reasoning behind it, the drive, the desire to try and set things right. But at some point, you just kind of have to accept that some things just can't be fixed. When you're going up against a force that is as powerful and as destructive as the Scourge. Now, this is just a fraction, a small, tiny fraction of the Scourge's force, but still, it's enough.
I need
Really?
to target something first. I need a target.
Look, I admire your passion to fix this, but sometimes you just can't fix everything.
The dark times will pass.
Excellent. I will cast an augmentation enchantment on the sample so I can more clearly analyze the taint on the soil.
The reckoning is at hand.
Such dark energy. How can this be possible?
Our enemies will
Something's
fall.
wrong. I sense the presence of Scourge. Be ready to fight them.
Shirel are on.
Here they come.
I don't have a target.
Oh, it's another paladin.
I need a target. State your business.
My endeavors are
Remember the sun well.
Other players. Alright, I'll help you do the same thing. Looks like you took the time to transmog your weapon, I guess. Duh. Alright.
I need to get closer. I need to target something first.
The eternal sun.
My endeavors are hopeless. The very nature of the soil has been altered. The taint is irreversible. Thank you for your assistance. I'll need to ask one last task of you. As discouraging as my research results are, they still contain valuable data. I must have a Magister review my work before it is taken seriously. Please, take these notes to Magistrix Landra Dawnstrider at Fairbreeze Village, west of here.
Be ready for anything.
I'll head there in a bit. But first, we need to get some party supplies. Because that's priority around here, right? Again, notice how hostile the treants are to us.
I have one-of-a-kind items.
Alright, we've got the appetizers.
The reckoning is at hand.
What business have you?
Ours are not the vast kingdoms of the humans and orcs. All we have left of our lands in Azeroth lies mostly before your eyes. Until we can reach Outland, we must defend what little land that we have at any cost. Our uncivilized neighbors to the southeast, the Amani Trolls, certainly have a different opinion regarding the ownership of these lands. Their daily raids are something that we can't tolerate anymore. Go to their settlements, Zebwatha and Torwatha, and teach them a lesson.
Death to all who oppose us.
Just as a reminder, the Amani Trolls are not the trolls that are part of the Horde. The Darkspear Trolls are the ones that are part of the Horde. The Amani hate the Horde. This is emphasized by Zul'jin in the trailer where he says, "I spit on the Horde."
Glory to the Sindorai.
The Amani and the Sindorai have a long history of mutual dislike and open hostility. That doesn't prevent me from appreciating a fellow craftsman's work. I've come across pieces of Amani weaponry, and I must admit, I'm impressed by the quality of their work. It is rumored that spear crafter Otembe wields a magical hammer that is so light and well balanced that it allows him to work with great dexterity and efficiency. If you can bring me this tool, I will use it to craft you a weapon. Of course, this was back when it's like, oh, nice.
Is at hand.
But, you know, I'll just kind of sell it back. I'll be like, all right, thanks. Give me some gold for it instead. I'd rather have the money. I think... Oh, we gotta keep going up. Because I was like, where's this other quest? Oh, it's up here. That's right.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Paladin, hear my request. For reasons that I cannot go into now, I decided to shut down my nearby school. A few days ago, I sent one of my pupils, apprentice Loralthalis, there with this very task. I have not heard back from her since. Will you go to Duskwither Spire and check in on her to make sure that she is well? You'll find it by heading north on the path out of Farstrider Retreat, and then go to the right when the road branches. My goodness, this is Morrowind.
Farewell.
He's giving me full-on directions. I joke because of some of the things I've heard. Now, let me just say that if you're one of those who likes that, that's entirely fine. I'm not putting that down at all or saying that it shouldn't be there. It absolutely should be there. However, let me just say that I'm also not entirely in favor of the idea of just quest markers. Just go here, and then that's it. I fall into the camp of let us choose which one. Let us have the option for either one, or both. Let us, like, in the quest dialogue, be like, hey, go here and go here, go here, go here. He actually gives you the directions, but you can also get the quest marker, like the marker on the map here. Now, in vanilla, I know that wasn't really a thing. There weren't really any markers to really help you out. You had to really figure it out on your own. But hey, you know, I'm all about player option, which is like, hey, if you want to do that on your own, fine. If you don't want to turn either one off or just use one or the other or both or neither, go right ahead. You know, what I'm against is having one taken away because you don't feel like it's what's appropriate or what's right, and not even letting other players who do want that to even have that option. That's what I'm against. The Magister was concerned for my well-being? Oh, how sweet. I wish that he had shown such an interest before, when we were at the Spire. That doesn't matter now. Please listen carefully, as I have a favor to ask of you. The Duskwither groundskeeper has gone missing. Someone must have forgotten to tell him to leave when the Magister and everyone else did. I know that he's still somewhere around here on the grounds, but I dare not go looking for him myself with all these magical creatures roaming about. Will you find him for me, Paladin, and make sure that he's all right? As you may know, Magister Duskwither sent me back here to shut down the power sources that feed the Spire. There are 3 of them, each located in a different place inside. Unfortunately, I appear to be too late, and Duskwither Spire has been overrun with strange magical creatures, while I haven't the expertise to accomplish this task. Surely a paladin such as yourself could do so easily? Maybe?
Remember the Sunwell.
I suppose. It appears there's another quest right up here. Oof. Translocation. I was like, apparently something else is aggro to me. Ah! I'm stuck under the stairs. Ah, seriously, I was trying to avoid you. I was trying to spare you, but you've given me no choice. Was I supposed to deactivate the other one down there? Yes, I was. Oh yeah, the eyes there don't make that creepy at all. Alright, one more. He's like, what are you doing here?
I don't have a target.
Ooh. His journal. You have discovered what appears to be an investigative journal left behind by Magister Duskwither. A brief scan of its contents reveals some shocking attempts at filtering corrupted magical flows, which might explain what has happened here at Duskwither Spire. The Magister is sure to want this brought back to him. There's the third one. Zoop. Alright, let's see if we can find this groundskeeper. I remember long ago when I first created my Blood Elf Mage, when going through this area.
We will persevere.
You ever have those moments where you just kind of, you're going through an area you went through a long time ago and you're kind of start to look back on it with nostalgia. Just like, I remember those days. Who are you? You're not one of the Magister's apprentices, that's for certain. Sent here to help me clean up this mess, no doubt. It's horrible, I tell you. Strange things happening in the Spire. The Magister and his apprentices run off, and then the next thing you know, the whole grounds are overrun with these magical beasts. And who told Wylathan? Well, no one, that's who. Paladin, you've got to help me clear some of these things out. I cannot maintain the grounds while these anomalies are running amok.
Keep your wits about you.
So now here comes the fun part. Taking these things down, while other players are also doing the same thing.
I need a target.
Dealing with mana worms and such, if you're playing a mage, is not fun. You guys ever go through Blackwing Lair and you as a mage, and you accidentally aggro the anti-magic trash? Yeah, that's not fun. For a second, I thought they were going to follow me. And be like, hey, let's group up with that player.
I don't have a target.
Alright, I can tell they want to get these, so I'll go ahead and bring them over so they can tag them. So they can get credit. Alright. Let's see if there's any more. Aha.
It's too far away.
Oh. They decided, we'll just go on our own. Alright, need 2 more Ether Fiends. There's one right there. And there's another over there. But yeah, these mana serpents and such, not fun to deal with when you are just strictly a spellcaster like a mage. If you're a priest or a warlock, you have other ways to deal with that. But a mage is not exactly in the best position to deal with that.
I need to get closer.
Alright, Groundskeeper, is that good enough for you?
What business have you?
Well, I suppose that will have to do now, won't it? Thanks for the help. I can only hope to get this mess completely cleaned up before the Magister returns to Duskwither Spire. Take this pocket change. It's not much, but it's all that I have at the moment. Feel free to dispatch a few more of the beasties on your way out, if you'd be so kind.
Stay the course.
I'll head back to the apprentice and let her know. So yeah, the Amani have an establishment right there.
State your business.
I'm grateful to you for your assistance, but saddened to hear that some of my fellow apprentices have fallen to their addiction. With the power to excuse me. With the power to the spire cut off, I think I'll stay here for a while and see if things calm down long enough for me to sneak in and retrieve their remains. The Papaneeks, I have one last favor to ask of you. Would you please relay what's transpired here to Magister Duskwither back at the Far Strider Retreat? Let him know that I am well, but make certain that he is aware of some of the apprentices that have become wretched. Thank you for your help.
We will have justice.
That song is just on a loop.
The eternal
Constant
sun
reminder.
guides us.
What's this? It looks familiar. Oh no, this journal. My investigations. This is what caused all this in the first place. Here it is, the proof of my crime. This journal contains all of my ill-conceived studies. Heedless of the warnings, I continued my research until I was almost too late. And then when I grasped my error, I did what I could, but by then some of my pupils had already gone too far. I evacuated the spire to get them away from the corruption, but in my haste I forgot to shut down the power sources. I will burn this tome so that no one else falls prey to its contents. I only wanted to help the Sindorai.
We will have justice.
And you can see he's got the book in his hand. And he tosses it. And then he casts a fireball on it. Good riddance. Now none shall be able to repeat my mistakes.
The dark times will pass.
No, I was too late. It's all my fault. My investigation into purifying alternative magical sources got out of hand before I could put a stop to it. If only I had gone myself, or that they had listened to me and heeded my warnings. I have blood on my hands. I thank you, though, for putting to rest the tortured souls of my former apprentices. It is some small consolation that they will not linger in that state.
Shorelaran.
Hashtag other players. Gonna do the exact same thing that we just watched him do. And then the grass around there starts to burn, the whole field burns out. Ah, I set the whole place on fire.
State your business.
They will not linger in that state where a blood elf is better off dead.
Farewell.
And now I have revive. I did level my human paladin in classic up to level 13 because I wanted to see what it was like to get the quest to unlock that, because of course unlocking that was a big deal. By the way, in case you're curious, that's about as far as I got. After that, I was like, alright, I'm done. I had no desire to continue after that. I was just done. I was not having nearly as much fun as I was hoping I would. To each his own. If only everyone had that kind of perspective or approach to it. The to each his own attitude, but no. Sadly, that is not the case at all.
It's too far away.
So yeah. You know, You know, you would probably wonder, why is it that the Amani have an establishment right here in Eversong? Well, remember, these are the Amani trolls. And the trolls, well, you don't mess with the trolls.
It's too far.
There was a point in history where
I'm out of
a
range.
very dominant, powerful force was basically trying to wreck or, you know, rule or destroy. I forget what it was. But I remember they took on the trolls and then they got annihilated because the trolls were just that good and that strong. And that was one of those tales in the lore where you basically learned you do not mess with the trolls. Right. I got the hammer. Seriously? Fine, I'll come to you. Me and Nox throw. Me not gonna leave the hut. I'm gonna keep throwing Noxes at you. Hey, a Shadow Priest. Ooh, there's actually a quest right here. It's like, you leave the prisoner alone, man. Venjashi? Come closer, man. Don't be afraid. Venjashi not gonna hurt you. Us dark spears might be mortal enemies of the Amani, just like you. The boss, Zulmarosh, is an evil troll. He give me the bad poison and leave me in this cage to die. I'm not scared of dying, man. I seen death in the eye, and I laugh at her. I cannot die in peace yet, man. Not till Zulmarosh is be dead too. You find him cross the lake in Zebwatha. I hold this poison off till you bring me his big ugly head, man. Only then I die peacefully.
Spirits be with ya, man.
So you could probably consider this one of the first exposures the Blood Elves get towards the Horde. The fact that the Amani have been such a problem for them, and they meet the Darkspear, who are like, no, we hate the Amani too. Which is true. The Darkspears are not fond of the Amani. Partly because the Amani want to take over, and, you know, destroy and take over everything, continue to rule, at the expense of everything, including the Horde. And that's when Vol'jin was like, nope. Nope, not doing that.
It's too far away.
Come on. Don't you want to tag it? Do you need to tag it? No? Alright, never mind. I wasn't sure if you need that one for the quest too. Never mind. Apparently not. Alright, where is he? There he be. Chieftain Zulmarash. And this is a smart move, really, when you think about it. This Amani establishment here, we take out their chieftain, their leader. That's gonna cripple their efforts here in Eversong. Of course, remember, we deal with Zulaman much later. Amani invasion. Though you don't understand the language in this In these battle plans, you clearly make out a map marking the positions of the Far Strider Retreat and Fairbreeze Village. You best let Lieutenant Dawnrunner at the Far Strider Retreat know about this. Ah, can't jump over that. Whee! Better hurry before the poison kills him. Which, considering troll health regeneration, is pretty impressive in terms of the strength of the poison. Because you would think trolls can easily shrug off poisons with their regen. Yeah, well, if the poison is this strong where he knows he's gonna die...
Greetings, man.
Yeah, man, Zul'Marash had this coming. He burned down Venjashi's village. I killed many Amani before they put me in this cage. I hide something in the sand. My gift for you now. The poison, it spread now, man. It time to rest.
Be seeing ya.
Goodbye, Venjashi. Something hidden in the sand, he said. Unless that, did I get anything? I think, I'm trying to see if there was anything in here that was actually part of, I'll go ahead and help these guys.
I'm out of range.
When he said something in the sand, I was like, But I guess the quest reward was basically what he had hidden. Alright, let's make our way back to Far Strider Retreat. And then we'll make our way also back to Fairbreeze Village. Of course, I also forgot. We still have to go back to Silvermoon City to get the special reserves for the party. I'm sorry, I tend to forget about that because I wish it didn't even exist. Well, I suppose we'll have to stop over at Silvermoon on the way before heading back to Fairbreeze.
Our enemies will fall.
Good work. With more people like you, we'll soon restore our lands to their former glory. What do you want to show me? The trolls have been keeping us pinned here while planning an attack on Fairbreeze Village. We were not expecting this at all. Go to Fairbreeze Village and notify Ranger Degolian of the Amani plans. Even with Zul'Marash dead, Fairbreeze must prepare for a troll attack. Tell Degolian that I will send him reinforcements as soon as possible.
Keep your wits about you. Victory lies ahead.
You've brought me the hammer? There's truth to the rumors. This hammer is light and strong at once. I shall manage to complete several of my unfinished projects. And of course, I will let you have first pick.
Be ready for anything.
Alright, let's go to Silvermoon and get the reserve for the party supplies quest. Ugh. Look how close we are to leveling again. I think this is the area where, yeah. So this is the area where if you want to work on getting the Blood Elf mounts. There you go. And we've hit 15. Which means talents have now been unlocked. And so has the Dungeon Finder and the Adventure Guide. Whee! Whee! Alright, so let's see. I like Execution Sense. Just a big giant hammer just pow! Right on top of a low health enemy. Of course, we're not going to be doing that at all because, well, dungeons is not part of the starter zones. That's not part of the reason why we're doing this. I'm going to go this way, actually, to Murder Row. Of course, there's some of the dungeons. Some of the stuff in Burning Crusade, of course. Now, the thing, of course, you guys, probably want to remember, it's actually not showing here because it's not listed here. I think it's in Cataclysm. Yeah. So Zulaman was back in Burning Crusade, if I recall, and it had Zul'jin. In fact, I believe the description here expands on that. Echoes of unfulfilled vengeance linger in the one-time capital of the Amani tribe, Zulaman. Though the Amani trolls answered their warlord's call to arms, Zul'jin was denied his goal of restoring the empire to its former glory. Where he failed, the Zandalar tribe will succeed. Left unchecked, the united tribes will reclaim their lands and savor a merciless retribution. So yeah, this used to have Zul'jin as the final boss. Instead, it's Dakara. Now, of course, many of you probably are fully aware of this about... This is the dungeon that had the famous run that you would do in order to get the bear mount. You guys remember that, right?
Everything has a
Let me
price.
see. There it is.
Keep your wits about you.
Now, I have, they've actually taken that out, and they actually replaced it with a different version. Where is it? Here it is. This is the one you can get now. This is not the one that you could get back then. Back then, you could get the one that was like a little bit more red, whereas this one is more purple. So, of course, as I mentioned, the dungeon's a little different. Oh, screen freeze. How does this always keep happening? The next hotfix patch can't come soon enough. They've been getting better at fixing it. When 8.3 came out, oh man, I had so many technical issues. They've been doing a number of hotfixes to try and improve on the performance, so it's been getting better. But still, it's like, ugh. Alright, as far as I know, I think we're going to be getting close to the end of Eversong, and then we can make our way to the Ghostlands! Not exactly the, how often do you hear someone say, yay, we're going to go to the Ghostlands?
Baladash Malanori.
Do you have something for me? These notes are shocking. If they're correct, then it means the damage to the land on the Dead Scar is irreversible. I'll notify the Grand Magister right away. More reason for our race to escape this world and find our true fate in Outland. That was kind of the idea, that the Blood Elves were like, you know what, we're out of here. Like, Quell the Lost and everything, it's been destroyed by the Scourge. we're leaving. We're going to Outland and we ain't coming back. That was kind of the idea that they were having. Because they thought they could be able to kind of have more of a surviving civilization in Outland compared to staying here in Silvermoon with everything pretty much decaying from the taint of the Scourge. So, yeah.
Remember the sun.
You could see how this was definitely leading into, hey, finish leveling your Blood Elves so you can do the stuff in Outland. Because it's going to basically carry over into that.
Anaria Shola.
That'll teach them not to mess with us. Good work. The information that you've brought is of vital importance. Now we can know of the trolls' plans and we can prepare for an attack. We will not be caught with our guard down.
Remember the sun well.
Alright. Before we continue, let me take a moment. Clear up my bags.
Anaria Shola. Hold your head high.
Silly driver. Me sorry.
We will persevere.
Many thanks. Our job is a thankless one, but today you helped make it a bit easier.
On.
Alright. Let's go. Let this guy know we have his party supplies. Yeah. Every single one of those crystals has those creepy, evil-looking eyes.
Glory to the Sindori.
Didn't I just send you out to gather up more party supplies? Was that you? No, I can't be expected to remember everyone's face now, can I? I meet so many interesting people. I must smack you. You're quite the energetic young woman, aren't you? Well, this all looks very adequate. You certainly deserve compensation for gathering up all this for me, and something a little extra, I think. Oh, I almost forgot. Here is an invitation to the party. Oh, and Paladin, next time that you drop in, make sure that you dress up in something a little bit more festive.
We will have justice.
Oh, my lordship, I do so hope that you've arranged for more of that excellent wine from Silvermoon City. I dare say drinking it makes me feel almost as forward as a common woman. What was that? Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I must have been daydreaming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not his wife. Probably his mistress. Because, of course, a noble, a noble sleazebag like this guy would have a mistress.
Malinore. Salama Ashalinore.
Cannot believe I'm gonna do this. May as well partake. Ugh. So at least this is a nice way to stock up on drinks and food if you're wanting to carry those around. Of course, that's also can partly be dependent on what class you're in. Ooh, this now popped up. Lost armaments. I guess this is the next chapter in the Ebersong Woods quest line. Well, hello there.
Enubelore Delana.
The lost wretched grow bolder every day. They've achieved enough coordination to launch an attack on Sunsail Anchorage, and as if that weren't embarrassing enough, most of our weapons were left behind when they attacked. Bring me back our armaments so that we may show those ruffians who's boss.
The reckoning is at
Glory
hand.
to the Sindorai.
Thank goodness for you, Paladin. Those slimy, grim-scaled murlocs have pirated away my cargo. It's bad enough that the wretched have stolen what little magical goods that I had, but the murlocs took the rest. What has this land come to? Could you retrieve my cargo? I can't expect that you'd be able to get all of it back, but I would be grateful for any of it at this point. It was the grim-scaled murlocs in the huts just to the west and south of the anchorage on the Golden Strand. I'm sure of it.
Keep your wits about you.
So yeah, back in this
I
area.
need to target something first.
Boom! You saw that, right? That big hammer? I love that. What? Oh, he was polymorphed. Oh, that's funny. I was like, huh? What's with this wretched hooligan looking like a sheep? Oh! Mage was to come through here. Yeah. You see the dead bodies? Yeah. I think other players came through like a mage and was like, I'm gonna polymorph that. Which means they're also getting the armaments! Hashtag other players! I have to go back up the tower to look for more.
I don't have a target.
Ugh. Will you stop with the days?
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Alright, that's it. It's like, you know, I wanted to spare you, but you basically just left me no choice.
I need to target something first. I'm out of range.
Alright, that's it. Now let's go after... What? Come on, we've all done it. We have all tried our Murloc impressions. Don't act like you haven't. You know you have. Playable Murlocs. Allied race. Make it happen. I would absolutely roll a Murloc. Are you kidding? I would love to play a Murloc. There's more of the cargo. You know, it's one of my fondest memories of when I took my trips to BlizzCon was when we were celebrating one of the anniversaries, and one of the devs, he's actually one of the founders, and he asked the crowd of players to do their Murloc bit. To do the Murloc sound, and everyone in the crowd, including me, just started doing the Murloc sound. It was wonderful. I just thought that was so great to hear all of us doing the same thing.
I need a target.
Right. And one more, right over here. I'm sorry, the Murlocs just make me smile. Especially when I hear their sound. By the way, have you guys tried playing a Murloc deck in Hearthstone? It's actually kind of fun. I've seen other people play it as well, and it looks quite fun. Of course, you have to make sure you actually get it to work and actually draw the right cards and all that. And let's just say I've got my issues with when it comes to having fun with Hearthstone. Not exactly the most fun game. I mean, I play it on occasion, but like extremely casually. People may accuse me of being a casual in WoW, but it's not nearly as true compared to how much more casual I am compared to some other games like Hearthstone.
State your business.
You did it! You saved me from ruin and delivered my revenge upon those disgusting creatures. Now if I can just get these pretty rangers here to help me with this cargo, I'd finally get out of here. I'll have to come back when Valendris has retaken the shipyard. Here, take this coin. It's what little I can afford, and the least that I can do to reward your efforts.
Death to all who
Our
oppose
enemies
us.
will fall.
Great job. Let's show the wretched what we're made of. The wretched are so oblivious, gorging on foul magic, that they haven't even realized we've recovered most of our weapons. We can't expect them to remain in their stupor, though. Now is the time for a decisive attack. Let us make an example of their leader, Alderan. He was spotted on the top floor of the building, but by the anchorage. Bring me his head, and I will reward you suitably.
Shorel-Oran.
So you remember that guy I pointed out earlier at the top of this tower? Yeah, that's what I was basically referring to. And I was like, oh, that guy's part of a quest. Yeah, this is the quest I was referring to. It's always funny you see this exclamation point. Suggested content. Go here. Huh. Another one popped up over here. We'll have to go do that. I guess we weren't quite as done with Eversong as I thought we were. Well, after we do this quest, we'll cut it off, and then we will go check out that questline over there. Now comes the fun part, having to go back up to the top of this tower while aggroing all the trash, unless, fortunately, other players have come through here and have killed the trash for me. Thank you, other players! What? Look, there are times I'm glad other players come by. And they've actually done some of the other stuff. I'm like, oh, thank you for clearing the way for me. Uh-oh. Whoops. Dazed me, but didn't dismount me. There he is. By the light, I will defeat you all. This is part of the reason why I wanted to play as a paladin in this. Let me see if I can reduce the fall damage here. Yep. And then whee! just start running. Till we lose aggro. Look at him. He's trying to chase me down. I'll get you. Okay, maybe I won't.
The eternal sun guides us.
Well, do you have his head or not? I've no time to waste. It's enough to drive a man to drink. You defeated him after all. Undoubtedly my men softened him up for you. I jest, Paladin. You've done well. You'll make a name for yourself if you keep your nose clean. Thanks.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright. Finally replace those mail bracers with plate ones. Alright, so I'll head over here and then we will continue from there. Stay tuned.